Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For Isaac Brown, Jake Fennell, and Dylan Harden, I'm Zach Austin. Week 8 coaches show, and boy, howdy, I'm surprised it's already week 8. Special guest here, Colter. How are you? Go ahead and introduce yourself if you would.
Doing all right. I'm Colter Fisher. I play corner.
Corner. What number are you, Colter?
11.
How long have you played football?
I played up until 7th grade. Didn't play my 8th grade. Played my 9th, and then this is my first year back.
Nice, yeah.
Since then.
How come back? Senior year, just because? Or?
I got a little deal going on.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's pretty cool. So let's see here. What's your favorite memory of football, if you got one?
Probably winning all the championships that were little.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully we'll get one this year.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your goal, Colter, this year playing football? Your individual goal.
To be the best player I can be.
Nice.
Yeah, and have fun while I'm doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's always the best thing, is to have fun while you're doing it. What do you like better? Because when we see you get in some at halfback, but mainly you start on defense. What do you like better?
I like defense better.
Do you?
I don't get near as tired.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a couple times I'll get out and I'm like, come on, coach. I'm done.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty exhausting.
Very, very. I don't know how Dex does it.
Yeah, I don't either. I know I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had to do it once before, and yeah, that game wasn't fun. But so going back to last Friday against Mansfield, y'all jumped up 28-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
Was y'all expecting that, or y'all just come out fired up?
I mean, we just came out ready to go.
Right.
I think everybody on the team wanted it, so
Yeah.
we came out ready.
Nice. Have you realized, I don't know if y'all know this or not, I went back to look today. Since starting conference play, you've held everybody to under 100 yards in the first half. Did y'all know that?
I did not until now, until reading it.
So.
But, yeah, that's been the plan. That's kind of always been the plan.
Right.
Like, we want to definitely have them less than 100 yards at
Right.
half. That's mostly the same plan.
What's it like, since you play defense, what's it like having the defense score? What's that like?
It's nice. It's a nice little treat.
Right?
You know, going 3-4 plays at a time,
Yeah.
and you get one like we had. Didn't it get called back? Right down there?
Last home game got called back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that one
Shelton had one, but it got called back. Needert had one the game before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. Y'all get like a tick or anything on the helmet for that? Or?
Yeah, we'll get ticks
Nice.
for every touchdown we have on defense, or we'll get one for interceptions and stuff like that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else we got here? What's something you've learned maybe this year or over the years playing football or just playing sports in general?
Takes a team. If you want to go far, you got to have everybody together
Right.
and set on the same goal.
Nice. I like that. What does Colter like to do when he's not at school or playing sports?
I mean, try to get as much rest as possible with playing football. It's
Right.
very tiring.
Yeah.
Go home, get something good to eat, and then either nap or go to work out or something.
Yeah.
Stay busy.
That's good. What other sports do you play for the ones that don't know?
I play basketball, and then I've ran track,
Right.
but that's nothing like too serious, I don't guess.
Is it right?
Yeah.
That's all right. Let's see. So, this week is pretty much rivalry week.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a difference in playing a rival than playing somebody's just regular conference opponent?
Definitely. This week, I mean, I wasn't here last year, but they all experienced last year.
Right.
They put it on us last year, so this
Yeah.
year we're going to look forward to putting it on them.
Right. Kind of left a sour taste in your mouth, I guess.
Yeah.
What can we expect from Charleston? What do you know?
A lot of formations. They're just going to try every little way to stay away from our key players or keep the ball out of our key players'
Right.
hands and whatnot. So, I think.
Nice. So we expect maybe you get a defensive touchdown?
Maybe.
Yeah?
We'll see.
That'll be good.
Mhm.
So what do you love about football?
I mean, the games definitely. Just being out there on Friday night.
Yeah.
It's worth every bit of it.
Right.
Mhm.
What's it like for you playing at Bearcat Stadium?
Uh, I mean, played here every year that I've played, and never been anywhere else. It's home for sure.
Right.
Uh, it's a different. I'd say it's a different experience than going and playing away.
Yeah.
The crowd's just different.
Um, what is your do you have a go-to meal before games or maybe
Uh,
certain music or
Not really. I just try to make sure I'm ready to go.
right?
Whatever I've got to do to get ready, that's what I try to do.
Nice. Um, let's see what else we got here. Um, I'll ask you this and I'll let you get out of here. Usually try to end with this. What is something you would tell a kid that's wanting to be a Bearcat someday, whether it's football, basketball, track, baseball? What's something you tell them?
Play hard every chance you get, because senior year about to be done.
Yeah.
It comes up fast. It comes up very fast.
Very fast. I guess that's about all we got for you, bud.
All right.
Unless you got anything you want to.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate it. Hey, guys, y'all come out and support these guys.
Yep.
Colter, thank you,
Thank
bud.
you. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here. Week 8 Coaches Show, sponsored by Rockline. This is Dad Colter Fisher, and got the head man here. Coach, how are you?
I'm great, man. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad, I guess.
Good. Good to see you.
You too. Got some pretty good weather for practice and stuff so far.
Yeah,
so.
man. It's this football weather here. Ain't
Yeah.
it? No heat out there.
Was talking with Colter about last week's game with Mansfield. Went up 28-0 at halftime, and I told him I went back and looked. Have y'all realized that since starting conference play, y'all failed opponents to under 100 yards at half total?
No, I did not know
Yeah.
that. No. I get, our defense has been playing really good. Flying around, starting to kind of figure things out. Got a lot of, like we talked about, a lot of young guys out there just gaining experience week in and week out, and that's starting to kind of click with some of those guys. And the longer we can play, the better they'll be. And feel more comfortable as well out there. So
Yeah.
we know we're talented defensively. We just got to continue to get better every day.
Right. What do you like better? I mean, I know you like an offensive touchdown better, but what's it like when the defense scores?
It's great, I think when we won the state championship in 2018 or whatever, we had several defensive scores. Our turnover ratio was great, and we hadn't had many defensive scores in the last couple of years, but we had one a couple weeks ago, I think, and it's always good to see those guys score. It's really good when you get a D lineman scoop and score opportunity or something. That's when you really get excited.
That's when you
got to worry about them guys spiking the football or
That's
something
the
when they
thing.
get in the end zone. So, it's fun to see those guys score.
Yeah. Friday night, offensively, pretty much on par. I had over 300 yards rushing, 79 yards passing. I think we had almost, if I remember right, about 500 or so total yards of offense. Passing game's coming along a little bit more, like you've talked. Y'all have worked on that some. What's it like?
Yeah, Jace just this is really his sophomore year playing quarterback.
Yeah.
So learning the other night, he learned a few things. Throw the ball away, and right before half, felt like we could really mercy rule him. With 40 seconds left, and just had a bad decision. But I played quarterback, and the way I learned that was our throw the ball away. Our offense coordinator met me at the locker room at halftime. I think he jumped out of the press box to beat me down there. But, he chewed me up pretty good and, did the same to Jace. And I don't think he'll be doing that again,
Right.
So he's learning, man. And then that's the thing. When he does what he needs to do, sets his feet and makes the correct read, he puts it where it needs to be. And having Dakota and Colter and a couple of those guys out there, Rhett, that can catch it, So, it's good to see that coming along well.
Yeah. Let's see here. So this is pretty much rivalry week. We've got Charleston at their place. Ask Colter, is there any difference in preparing maybe from a coach's stance for rivalry week compared to just like a regular game?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it right at the end of practice today. If you need to be motivated for this week, then something's wrong with you because we got embarrassed out here last November, and then embarrassed in Little Rock. And people forget that was a 7-0 game with 5 minutes left, and then it just snowballed. After that fake punt. And, we were a lot better team than what we showed last year, and I hated to see it end like that. But these kids, even the ninth graders, they were all there. They felt it, and they know what it was like. Or the sophomores this year, and
right.
So I think the motivation is definitely there. I think you'll get their best effort on Friday for sure.
What can we expect from Charleston? I mean, everybody knows they pass and everything, but their quarterback's gone down. He's going to be out, about a handful of weeks with a broken hand and wrist. So I know they've had to move their best receiver to quarterback, right?
Sure. You hate to see anybody. You want to play each team with a full arsenal of weapons and just test yourself. And hate to see Carter go down like that. And hopefully he'll be back, in a few weeks for them. And they lost a very good offensive lineman, Jones kid, tore his ACL week 2. So you hate to see that kind of stuff. And we got to go over there and just execute and do what we do and just get after it and hopefully understand that how important this game is, the conference championship game and the importance of traveling in the playoffs. If you win, you only got to go on the road one time, and if you lose, you're going to be traveling like we did last year, and we don't want to do that again.
Right.
That was miserable.
Yeah, it definitely was. It wasn't very fun. It was pretty miserable.
Yeah.
Don't like to do that. And,
No.
Especially when you get pulled over and people get tickets for stuff.
Yeah. But no, they got, to answer your question, the Marechka kid, he's probably one of the best skill guys in this part of the state. He's a very, very good football player, and we got to do a good job of tackling that guy. And he's I know Coach Kimes has lost some sleep this week over him. He's very, very talented, very special, and so we got to do a really good job of corralling him. And I think they'll be more run heavy with the quarterback out, but there's still the ability to throw it. They do so much stuff with formations and stuff. Your defense has got to be, on par and up to the task. And I think we will be. We've shown them everything we can and trying to get them ready.
So does your game plan change any? I mean that's kind of along the really, I guess, the same question, but game plan change much of any when you play in a rival?
Not really. I think if anything, you try to just worry about what you can do and do what you do the best you can. And obviously, there's going to be a few, wrinkles and stuff in there to have those ready and. If we need those, and with Ryland going down last week, it's kind of mixes things up a little bit. You worry about Hunter, his durability. He's had a couple injuries, and playing fullback in this offense is not an easy task, and so it's probably going to limit some of his defensive reps a little bit. And Seth is going to have to step up on that side, and. If worse comes to worse, we can move Dax to fullback and let him take on the brunt of that. So, we're looking forward to Friday, and I think our kids will do well.
Yeah, I think Friday will be a pretty good game, and I don't see why the guys ain't gonna come out fired up.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you realize that Dax got the 1,000-yard mark, first 1,000-yard rusher?
No, I didn't.
Friday night.
No, I knew that he had. He was. Whatever it was, he's a few away from breaking the all-time record.
Yeah, he's like 53 yards.
Gotcha. I didn't know he had got there. Well, that's good for him.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah, I didn't realize until after the fact either.
Yeah. He had some big boy runs the other night.
Yeah.
We didn't do a great job blocking a few of those up front, and that was just him being a man and willing his way for whatever he could get. So. Yeah, we're going to try to enjoy him while he's still a Bearcat. I'm going to miss that dude.
Yeah, by far pretty special talent right there.
Absolutely.
So, like you said, conference championships on the line. Got playoffs coming. I mean, we got Levac and Cedarville, but then we got playoffs around the corner. What's that like? How's that? Maybe what's some teams to look out for people that's maybe looking at the bracket?
Yeah, obviously there's Charleston, and looks if things work out like it should, then our 1 and 2 seed will be on opposite sides. So then you got to start looking into, on down the road. And Glen Rose, I've been saying it all year long, I feel like is the best team in 3A. They return so many 9 starters both sides of the ball. Very good football team. Prescott's obviously going to be there. Hoxie's a good team. There's a lot of good teams out there, and I'm sure Salem's having a good year. They got a lot of really good. I think a big senior class, and anytime in 3A you have 15 plus seniors, that have been in the program for a long time, you're going to have some success. So, those would be a few, but when playoffs come around, and anybody can beat anybody. So we just got to make sure we worry about Friday and try to position ourselves the best we can for that playoff run.
What's it like? Because you've been here for several years now. Having big classes and then having small classes. What's that like?
Yeah, so we had 16 or so seniors last year, maybe 17. You don't really, I guess you don't really appreciate what you have until they're gone, because you have so much experience and things, just basically coaches on the field that understand what you're trying to do, and great leadership. And then you inherit, a small senior class and a young team. And I don't think we're a very mature football team right now, because, I think, and they won't show it, but, like we're in week 8, this conference championship game, and, the importance of this game is like we talked about in practice. You're playing for a conference championship, playing for playoff seeding. You need to understand, and I think with a young team, sometimes it's hard to get across to them that, playing right out here in the playoffs, as many games as you can, is a huge advantage, and we want that playoff run to go through this field and not have to travel. And so, just trying to get that point across to them and understand that, we're winding down, and, at best we've got, 7-8 games left if you are to make it to Little Rock. And, and you could lose in the first round game. So, you never know what you're going to get. So you just try to enjoy it and get everything out of every day you can.
Right. I may have asked you this before, Coach, and then we'll get you out of here kind of after this one. What are your weekends like? Are coaches still busy on the weekends, or just kind of, we get to chill and relax and hang out and all that kind of stuff?
Last year we started, up until last year, we'd meet every Saturday morning from 7 to around noon every Saturday morning, and with everybody having little ones, and the way technology is, you can kind of work from wherever you're at. And like, for example, this weekend we were at a travel softball tournament, and Coach Kimes is down there the whole time on his iPad or his tablet, breaking down Charleston film. We were there from 9 in the morning till almost 9 at night, so, and that dude never put his tablet down. He was working constantly. And so we do that, and then every Sunday morning we meet down at Jam Art and have breakfast and go over the game plan and what to expect throughout the week and what we need to do. And we talk constantly on the weekends. Coaches are always shooting ideas to you about different things we need to do. So, lots of film watching, lots of grading. We grade all our kids and from the Friday night before and hand those back to them on Monday to see how bad they performed or how well they performed.
Right.
So Mondays are usually either, really good days for some kids, really bad days for some kids. So it's all part of a growing process, so it's good.
Right. How did that come about, doing the grading? I know it was kind of there when we were in school, but for the ones that don't know, what's the purpose of grading players?
You always want to have something to look back at, and the most important part probably is grading those guys up front, the offensive linemen. That way they can understand, because games are won and lost right there. It starts right there, and just going through there and plus on this play, minus on this play, average it out, you get a percentage, and you see how you did. But it's important for those guys just to have some reflection. They can put the film to a piece of paper and say, hey, this is what I did. Coach Hadaball spends a ton of time on that offensive line, and he has notes for them on every play, every kid, and it's good to see what I need to fix, what I did good, or whatever it may be. So that's how Mondays go, and they get those grades, and work on it and try to get better that following week.
Right. Well, that's always good.
Yeah.
I guess that's really just about all I got for you, Coach. What's it? I'll ask you this, and then we'll get you out of here.
Sounds good.
I know a lot of. What's it like for your family during this season?
Yeah, I know last during last December during the state championship game, with that thing, it was kind of rough. Mom and Dad still work over there, and it's just me and my brother both graduated from there.
Yeah.
But, both started school over here, and it's I know this game is a little it wears on them a little bit, but as far as throughout the season and stuff, the family and everything, it's all good. Dad's a coach. Mom, she kind of knows what to expect from that. My wife's great, and just having everybody there to support you, and
right.
understanding that you spend a lot of time away from them, but they know that going into it, and they really appreciate everything you do, and we appreciate them, and those coaches' wives in there. They, it's like that with a lot of jobs. Everybody's gone and all that stuff, but you're gone. I don't know, to work, practice, game nights and stuff. You're gone a lot during football
right.
season, so having great spouses at home to help balance you out a little bit,
right.
is very important, and we all have that, so it's good.
That's always good. That's always makes everything better and more. I say more easier. I don't know if that's.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I don't know how I know mine sometimes. I don't know why she puts up with me during football season, but I know sometimes I'm not in the best of moods when I get home. But I try not to do that. But sometimes It's hard when you're dealing with 15, 17-year-old kids, So It's fun though.
It is, Coach. I guess that's about all we got for you. I will say I want to give a shout out to your moms real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if she ever even watches all these. For y'all don't know, that's Doc's grandma. I've known her all my life, and used to be my neighbor, so I like giving her a hard time. But I just want to give her a shout out.
You better not mess with her, man. She's mean. She'll get you. She'll whip you. 90-something years old. She'll still probably whip a lot of people. she's ornery, though. She's great. Yeah.
But I guess that's about all I got for you, Coach, unless you got anything else before you head out.
No, man, big game Friday. Y'all get over there, and I'm sure it'll be a great atmosphere, and try to bring conference championship back home. So.
Yeah. Let's make this the loudest game we've had this year in a long time. That would be pretty sweet. Get the guys pumped. A little extra juice for the rivalry game. So y'all come out at 7 o'clock at Charleston as these guys take them on. Remember, as always, folks, it's a great day to be a Bearcat.